from it's not my kid screaming. um, it's a citywide garage sale today. So like I said, I would just hey Lala, my love, how are you? First of all, thank you so much. You put it out there. And I saw the countdown last night, and I think I dreamt about it all night long. I kept waking up going, oh my gosh, I wonder if it's at 1100. I wonder if it's 1100. So thanks everybody for subscribing. And I did not put an advertisement out there that I was doing this. So subscribers will get the notification that I'm on, and nobody else will. So I'm going to just do what I can. I'm probably going to end up, like I said, this is the reason I wanted to do a mobile gallery, because I can do it anywhere. And if I have to go in the house or if I have to move, I can. I'm not stuck in a hole doing this tied to a basement or lighting or speakers. So, yeah, I know. Thank you very much, everybody, for, I'm just really excited now that I can do this. So that's all that matters. So I'm going to start with, okay, I can probably take these off. I sensitivity, so, all right. And everybody can hear me okay. Thanks a lot, guys. I do appreciate it. Everybody, that's, this is just my thank you of the gallery. So as long as this chat continues to stay up, started, because I think everybody who's subscribed knows how I do this. So I'm hiding in the corner outside so that people walking up to the house for the garage sale aren't looking at me funny. Okay, so hello. I think that was LS. I think I know who that is. Hello, I think. I keep having to touch this to get my chat up. Boonk. Where's my chat? I want my live chat. There we go. Thank you. Ah! I guess that's just what you deal with about dropping your phone. Okay. So let's see here. And it makes me hold it sideways, which is really awkward. Thank you, Casey. You know what? I saw your post too about go on and sub, and I do appreciate it so much. I was laughing yesterday when I saw people's specific shares, and it just meant a lot. So, all right. So let's take a peek here. But Casey, I can tell you that I have a really cool looking bird right here. It's singing to me, if you heard it. It's not running away either, so that's pretty wicked. Hi, dude. Do you hear him? Just look at this. Do you see him? That was really cool. All right, so Casey, for you, you look like you're now, girl, I know you well enough to think you're not going to be in platform heels, but you've only got one on. It's on your left foot. Your right foot is bare, and you're like halfway across a bridge, and it's like a worn bridge. It's a rough bridge, so it's you're taking care, with that bare foot while you're walking across, not to get splinters. You're just being very careful that you're not going to be stepping on anything. And halfway across the bridge, interesting, I'm sorry, I was listening to what you were saying. It almost looked like you turned around to someone who you left on your comfortable side, and it sounded like it's a younger female, and she goes, "Where are you going?" And you're like, "I'll be back, don't worry, I'll be back." And you don't sound like the Terminator, but you are checking things out. It's almost as if you have to cross this bridge, but you're not moving forward with certain plans because of this little person. And this might be your niece, because you are okay. So the platform heel on the left foot, this means that right now that you're trying to, well, let me clarify this. you are kind of suppressing your logical thinking. You're suppressing what you may feel on the inside is a must or what you should do, because the right foot is bare. So this is saying that emotion, riskier things that you would be more spontaneous. That is what you have right now. That's what you're relying on, and that your logical thinking may be more restricted. And so you may be going, I probably should do this, but I can't right now because I am doing this, or this person needs me. So the fact that you're halfway across and looking back means that there are plans, but it's not time for you to walk across the bridge yet, because you're not ready. There would be regret right now for you. If you were to cross the bridge and you were to start up new plans, it would change your ability and your situation enough that you would not be able to finish what your heart knows you have to finish. And so I would get back on your comfortable ground. I would do what you have to do until you feel that you have completed your job or your task, and then barefoot walk across. It's just that the way that it looks is that you are really uncertain to move forward. So that's for you, darling. Now, Lala. A lot of energy about your son is on here right now. Your energy is all swarming with that. And so it's almost like when I walk up to you, you have a tornado around you and everything that you know. And it's funny too, because there's like animals in here, and I know you have this propensity to attract cats. But there's animals, and so everything is up in like a tornado. And as I walk up, I almost like I stick my finger in the spoke and I stop the tornado, because I want to see what happens. And when I do that, it all kind of goes into slow motion circles, and then it falls really slowly, like ash or something, or a feather, or something light, the way it would kind of glide to the ground. And so that's when you start breathing. That's when you're like you actually exhale. So allowing the things that are out of your control to just fall right now, and to trust that they're going to end up where they're supposed to end up. And the fact that they're providing this in a vision of ash, like they say, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So it's basically that what is meant to be is going to be, regardless in your situation, as chaotic as things may appear right now. You couldn't hang on to this tornado if you wanted to. You're not God. You know what I'm saying? Neither am I. But you need to almost, I would say, like, I know it sounds like it's pushing your responsibility, but I would seriously just be like, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm not even going to try to look at this. It would make me nauseous watching all of this spin. And so it's happening the way that it's supposed to, and the fact that it comes across as a tornado means that it's out of your control, literally. And just give it to God right now. And where your son is concerned, because his energy seems to be taking up so much of yours, or at least that he's all over you, that you need to just say, you know what, whatever happens, I'm going to be okay with, like, whatever happens along this path, I'm going to be okay with it. It's going to work out as I trust it should. Yeah. Robert, thank you very much. I know I'm so excited to be able to get on here live. And there'll be times when I'm driving and I'm like, I would check all the time. Are they going to slip up and let me get on live? Can I? So a lot of times I'm just walking around somewhere, or I'm shopping. I know that sounds crazy, right? But I'll just feel like I get infused with an energy that I want to do this, and I can't, and now I can. So Robert, the first thing that I'm seeing, what I'm supposed to tell you, is that I see you walking out a door, and it looks like a house door. So the fact that I'm seeing a houses represent a person specifically. So you're stepping out of this doorway, and it feels almost as if this is travel, or I would think maybe travel. I want to make sure the feeling is correct. Yeah, like a vacation. And so if you haven't gotten this planned already, you really should, because it means that you're going to be walking out of who you are,
walking out of this and into, when you walk outside, that's why I was watching, like, what is he doing? So when you walk outside, the sun is all of a sudden on you. You're in shorts and what looks like uh, boat shoes. Yeah, t-shirt on. Looks like you've got fishing gear, and you've got all of these, and I can hear the birds and I can hear the water and I hear nothing else. Like, I hear nothing. And so the one thing they keep replaying repeatedly over and over is walking through the doorway to outside. Needed vacation. Communion. See, and this also is very important, the communion aspect of it. You know, I do what I do to help people connect with spirit. And so many people don't know how to connect with spirit, and it's so simple. It just comes from within. So it also is a message to you that spirit, God, who you pray to, is trying to connect with you as well. Now, you also feel like you have a brother energy that's coming through this very same, like he wants to go on this trip with you. He wants to go on this vacation with you. This is a brother energy, so it's either a true sibling, a blood sibling, or someone very close to you whom you would consider a brother. And it feels like this person would have had maybe a heart attack or some congestive failure, because it feels like arterial sclerosis or blockage of main arteries. So he wants to convey the message that he will be relaxing with you. So I'm supposed to tell you that. I wonder if there's like a D around there, as if it's a David or something. So yeah. Thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate the congratulations. You're always around to stop in and say hello. It's awesome. Was that a chickadee, Heather M? I have no idea what it was. It may have been a chickadee. It was a little zebra-looking thing. Can you read my mom, Kathy Johansson? She's watching and new. Cindy Duggan. So your mom is Kathy Johansson. And you know what? I think I messaged, like, she commented on something. I don't know where it was, but I commented because I remember the last name, because we have, like, my family has Johansson, Johansson, really, lineage, like siblings. And it almost feels like a mother, like a stepmom, or a mother that has passed over that isn't a blood mom but would be considered somebody of that sort. So she's got all of these women all the way around her. And so also I'm supposed to talk about something with lungs. I don't know if she smoked or quit smoking, but I'm supposed to mention something to do with lungs around her right now. If she's getting over a cold or something. Because again, I'm feeling her through you. So maybe it's you with the lung thing, but I just feel like I just smoked a pack of cigarettes, and they feel tight or constricted, but not bad. I'm just supposed to talk about lung health. So monitoring. I'm also supposed to, I know this is, some of these things come through so strange and not so symbolic all of the time. So they have more of a literal meaning, but it almost looks like a stained glass or a mosaic glass window or something that I'm supposed to talk about. And B, the initial B, and I had this feeling of this like dark, like a black cherry, deep maroon red color. So I'm not sure what that means through you to your mother, but there's these women are talking a lot. They're telling your mom to stop contemplating and just do it. And they're also saying, make sure you listen. Like, they're trying to communicate with her, so they're saying, listen, pay attention to us. So that little gut instinct, she wants to definitely pay attention to that. Brianna Viamari, thank you for subscribing, Brianna. Thank you all for subscribing. Brianna, do I see anything with you? Okay, so Brianna, the first thing I see, girl, from my perspective, you are on a circular raft and you're in the water. You're on all fours, kind of balancing so that you're really working to keep the raft upright and to stay on it. And you look like you're panicking a little bit, as if you're unsure of your abilities to really stay afloat. You're unsure. You don't want to do it again. You don't want to do this again, meaning you are also either in a situation that you recognize right now, so same church, different pew, of a previously negative situation. If you are in a situation that you are recognizing previous lessons, acknowledge that. Pay attention to that, because what our guides will do is they will, after we've gone through a situation of growth, might be abuse, it might be a hardship, we might put ourselves into bad situations. Once we get through it, our guides will be like, let's see if she's really learned her lesson, or let's see if he's going to do this again. And they will throw us a similar situation. And so what we have to watch out for is people and things that resemble or do or say what we recognize. And if you find yourself going, you remind me of someone I used to know, and they're going, really? And you're going, it's not a good reminder. If you can look at that person and think, what did you just say? How did you just say that? What did you just do? Pay attention, because that's your guides checking to see if you're going to pay attention and listen, or if you're going to go through it all again. You don't want to do that. And I can see you are recognizing, like, just really needing to stay strong. And a lot of times too, these past lessons, they involve habits, or like emotional habits, behavioral habits, and choosing the wrong person over and over, that kind of a habit. And so what you need to do is recognize what you've already done. How did you get through it the first time? And how do you just stay away from it? It's very important for you right now, Brianna. And I don't know if it's Brianna or Brianna. I apologize. I know both. So, but don't go through the same lesson again, especially if you recognize it. Be strong. Even if you have to cry your way out of a doorway, be strong and get out of this situation, because regardless, you're not going to get hurt on the water. You just want to make sure that you're strong enough to stay afloat. And if you aren't, you ask God for an anchor and he'll give it to you. So I hope that helps you. Teresa, you are welcome. That was eerily on point. Otherwise, I'd be kind of worried with me doing this with everybody. Okay. Alexis. All right, Alexis Fox, good morning. Yes, no, I'm gonna make sure that I make it worth everybody's while to subscribe, because I really do appreciate everybody allowing me to be able to be here and to do this. So Alexis, the one thing for you, girl, is your energy looks tired. It looks worn out. And the reason I say that is because I'm walking behind you on your path, narrow path, and the pathway is, when it's a narrow path, it's a godly path, because there's like a squeeze to it. You're being squeezed, and you are kind of bundled up, chilly a little bit. You're sniffling, you're wiping your nose, and that tells me that there's like a spiritual exhaustion, that spirit has a cold right now, and that you are really pushing yourself beyond your limit. What you have to do is really, you really have to acknowledge to yourself that you need help, or you need support. And you don't have to go to people. I'm telling you, if you acknowledge this to God, it's your own personal private relationship with him. It has nothing to do with a pastor. It has nothing to do with a preacher. It has nothing to do with a church. It has to do with your personal relationship. And so, as tied as I am to God, as much as I do as he tells me to do, one, I'm human, and two, people have no idea my personal relationship with him. So people will be like, you're a medium? Oh my God, you're going to hell. You need to know Jesus. I'm like, whatever. I need to know Jesus. It's not their business. It's mine. I know him. He's my best bud. It depends on what you are doing with him. Your soul is tired. So you need to look up and say, I don't have any more energy to do this. I am like sick right now, trying to struggle to keep up, and allow spirit to just fill you. Ask spirit to come in and fill you, and to really just guide you and take over. And it's one of the most invigorating things, because you can totally let go and you can totally say, I am going to screw off today. I'm not doing anything I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to be nonchalant, and I'm not going to give any cares. And by doing that, you then allow your will and your ego to completely be taken out of the scenario. And that's when, oh, well, girl, you already know this, because I was just about to say that's when you let God tie your shoes. But you already know that. Okay. Penny Cutsforth. So Penny, you know what, girl? As I'm vibing on you, I know you miss your dad. You know, you're saying you miss your dad, but you say things are crazy right now. But you are so much stronger than you are putting into words. Because I'm reading that, but I'm going, she's fine. Like, she does not realize how good she is. Like, she doesn't realize how well off she really is. And I don't think there's a day that isn't crazy. If you get up every morning and go, today is going to be a crazy day. I am busy. I got things to do. Whatever you got to tell yourself is still going to be a good day. And it's recognizing and opening up to the idea that every day is going to have something completely insane and chaotic happen. This is funny, because I'll usually, like, to make things easier for me to explain, sometimes I'll hear somebody say something, or I will see a picture. And I know some of you, like Andy Kaufman. Okay, well, he's not dead. Let's just do that right now. He always talks about chaotic butterflies. And he told me that that's the way his life is beautiful chaos, chaotic butterflies. And it's, just imagine 1,000,000 butterflies. Just, that's what it is, all fluttering about. That's beautiful chaos. And so if you can imagine your life like that, that's exactly what every life is. It's beautiful chaos. It's blessings mixed in with hardships and lessons and sucky situations and things that piss you off and people that are nasty and mean and hateful. And we are all given free will. We're all given the ability to just walk away, to block, to unfriend, to not speak, to ignore. We're given that ability. If you engage, then you have to deal with the consequences. I feel so much clearer when I just go. But some people do need an ass whooping every now and then. So just, we're clear on that. They just need to be checked once in a while. Like, calling someone out on a really nasty behavior. Not that you're confronting them, but it just gives you the idea that the power, the control that says, I am ignoring the situation, Penny. I'm ignoring it. However, if you are being mean and I am doing something for you, I'm going to check your attitude. I'm going to tell you, do you need sleep? Did you not get any sleep last night? No, why? I'm fine. Because you're being a nasty ass. Some people just don't realize that this isn't a virtual game. Life is real. And so, Penny, what you need to do is get up every morning. Everybody needs to do what I'm telling Penny, but you need to get up every day and realize that it's going to be a mixture of blessings and hardships and lessons. And your Father is always there. These people are always there. They're either in a heavenly realm looking down on us, or they are sitting alongside of you laughing at the show that you guys used to watch together. They're always there, and they're hyper aware of what we are doing on this world, and our animals, everybody. So we can miss them. But when we miss them, you want to think of the positives. And you also have to understand that all of those good memories that you had with that person are now tainted with sadness. So this good memory of this Christmas is now sad because they're not here. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature. It is normal to take a happy memory and all of a sudden it's tainted with sadness. That's normal. Everybody can think of something that they loved that they cry about now, and that is just a normal nostalgia. We're all allowed that time. And as long as you check that and say, I'm going to allow myself butterflies, monarchs, up in front of me and took off. That almost freaked me out. I was about to run until I realized they were butterflies. So, Penny, that's for you, darling. Oh, he took off. I was going to turn the camera around so you could see him poop. All right. Tiff Marie, anything for me? Tiff Marie. It is so bloody hot outside. I'm in the shade too. I'm sweating my buns off. Tiff, I'm looking for you. And everybody has something, but the minimal amount of what I'm seeing around you, Tiff. The one thing that they're showing me is I don't see you. I see a pair of empty shoes. So that tells me that you're not wearing any and that you really are kind of just going with the flow right now. That you're not, I'm not seeing any struggle. It's also a time right now where you want to make sure that you are doing what you're feeling passionate or inspired with. Right now is a time to do those things because you're not wearing shoes. So you're not going to have people around you saying, you can't do this or that's a bad idea or why would you consider. You're not going to have that going on. It's a good time to start new things because you're going to be successful. But I see those shoes and they almost look like ruby slippers. So that also has that connotation to there's no place like home. So if that makes any sense to you, that you're contemplating traveling or moving, I'm not sure what it would mean because they're not letting me see beyond the empty pair of shoes for you. But I know you're there, I just can't see you. So hopefully that makes sense. It's very direct, I guess. Let's see here. Out of curiosity. Amy, I want both. I want to be, because a lot of people don't have Facebook. And I'll tell them, go to my Facebook page, and they'll say, oh, I don't have Facebook. I don't have an account. And so I like to do both. And on YouTube, I have so many videos that I upload there. And I can also upload, I can upload differently to YouTube than I can to Facebook. And Facebook is only to those on Facebook who have liked the page. So I don't make people then get a Facebook account. They don't have to sign in to see anything. They can comment. They can pretty much communicate with me on YouTube without having a Facebook account, and that's fine. I don't want people to have to do either or both if they don't want to. Let's see. Atavia Webb. Atavia. Please forgive me if I am messing up your name, Atavia. Oh, so Atavia, the one thing I get from you is your compassion and your frustration coupled. Your desire to do, to help, to make a difference, coupled with the frustration that people aren't responsive or they don't follow through. It's kind of like at the beginning of in The Incredibles when he's like, I wish you guys would just stop breaking everything every time I come in and I come fix it, and then boom, he's ranting about how he comes in and fixes it and then people destroy it. And so it's kind of like that feeling, and I see you walking down a sidewalk and you're talking to yourself. And when I see somebody's energy talking to themselves, I know they're not talking to themselves. I know they're talking to their spirit, their angels, to God. And so you're kind of walking there and you're shaking your head and you're talking to yourself, and it's your compassion. So your desire to help others, both family, friends, all, and strangers. But then at the same time going, what am I supposed to do? There's just me. And you're not alone. People who are awakened, people who are old souls, people who are incarnate angels, there is this awareness, even if they're not aware of it. That's what's frustrating for some people, is that they are here, they know they're supposed to be making a difference, but people are not responding. people that they're trying to help are not getting that there's a bigger picture to everything. And so, Atavia, for you, what you need to understand is, one, your guides recognize what you're doing as work-wise, that they recognize, spirit recognizes the work that you're doing, the leadership, the mentoring that you're trying to provide to people. And again, being a one person, it's on a limited basis. But and that's where the frustration comes through. Is like, how am I supposed to do this? But I will refresh your memory. Moses felt the same way. You know, you want me to do what? It's just me, dude. You just gave me a staff and you want me to do what? Lead all these people across here? Uh-huh. Okay. And this ocean thing, the sea, you want me to part this? Okay, we'll see what happens. So it's the same thing. Even Moses, you know, he was just like, okay, you want me to do that? Oh, we'll see what happens. I'll wink at you. It's that kind of a thing. But what God empowers you to do is absolutely expansive. So when you are walking and talking to yourself, just know that you're not talking to yourself. You are crazy. Okay, so I gave you, that's good. It's kind of a recognition, confirmation to let you know that spirit is understands what you're doing. Okay. Let me go down. That was my children with the new messenger thing that they've realized that you can hit call and it will do a FaceTime with people on Messenger. And it's like these little old cell phones connected to the Wi-Fi, and they think they're the shit now. I had to ignore my child. Debbie, if either of us wins the lottery, we're going to have to share, okay? So I have no idea. I know I bought lottery tickets today, but I told my husband, I said, just so you know, we're never going to win the lottery. And he said, why? I said, because God already knows what we're going to do with the money. So I said, you know what we have to do? We have to just basically hoard it. We can't share it. We have to hold it over people's heads. We have to be like really greedy and nasty with our money, and then we'll win the lottery. And then we'll win the lottery, because that means we have a lot to learn. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, Debbie. Okay. LS. Not a pretty birdie. Okay, I don't want to move. Sometimes I'll be sitting here and I'll have like a hummingbird come fly by and I'm like, I freeze. Okay, so LS. The one thing I need you to do, the one thing that you need to do is get clarity. You need to, see, when I see you, when I walk behind you, when I said you need clarity, I walk into a doorway with you behind you, and I open up and walk into a room that is like 10 doorways. So this makes me feel like, as I'm going to think, I'm walking through a door, yay, all of a sudden I have 10 more choices. And now I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do in this room? Where do I open? Like, where do I go? Which doorway do I open? And so what has to happen here, one, you have to breathe. You can't walk into a room and notice all of these options and choices and then flip out and get anxious, stressed out. You kind of have to breathe and go, okay. Doorway, 1. And look at all the options. See, different opportunities come in. We can accept 10 different opportunities and not change our life path. It's when we change the course of our pathway. Opportunities, though, we should all take as many opportunities we have. You could have your path and then you're asked to go out to drinks with your girlfriend and coffee with your mom and shopping with your best friend, and all the school moms over here want to go to a baseball game. These are all opportunities to engage, to learn, to communicate. They're not going to change your path. I mean, all of a sudden you're not going to be divorced and living in Iowa. Nothing wrong with Iowa. It's just what came to mind. So opportunities are to be had. Take all of the opportunities you can, as long as they're positive and they're good and they're going to lift you up. And that's what these doorways represent, is all of these opportunities that are open to you. You need to stop listening to people telling you which door to take, though. That's the problem, because I'm looking at you going, okay, what is she going to do? And then I see all these doors and you're going, okay, I'm going to take this door and I want to check that one out. And then you've got people going, why? No. You pick one door. Whoever this is, you need to tell them to be quiet. You need to stop telling people or allowing people to tell you what choices to make. And you need to start taking them according to what God inspires you to do and what you feel in your heart is right. And you can open every single door. You don't have to wonder and regret. You can open every door and not screw anything up. So it looks like whoever is around you is the one with the anxiety about what you're about to do. Like, this person is the one that's, oh, stop sending me messages. Whoever is around you is the one that has problems when they follow behind you and they're like, oh my God, look at all these doors. What the hell is she going to do? I guess it's time to tell that person to, hold on, we got to walk. Because, oh, that's why. We have a puppy that is, hold on 1 second. We're going to go tell my other dog to be quiet. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I gotta shut this door. I'm doing live gallery, dude. But the big dogs are barking. And it's so annoying.
So when we go to Carly's, what? Monday?
Say hi. Oh, really? Say hi to Carly.
She's not on there.
Say hi. It's gonna record.
Yeah.
All right.
Put me on.
Tell you guys stop messaging me, please. All right. Okay then. Life happens. All right. We have one puppy left. People are here looking, and our male Lucian, he has a heart attack when anybody looks at his babies. He does not like it. As far as update, oh, so you're on a fishing tournament, Lala. Holy cow. Okay. Original copy 03. Good. You know what? I want everybody to understand, like, when I do this kind of a gallery, when I do a live gallery and I have 100 people sitting in front of me, of course not everyone is going to get read, but I will get messages that say, you need to talk about this. So I'll be talking about a sensitive subject, or I'll be bringing something up without calling a person out. So that's also part of this, is that people who I may not directly read will get a message. It's just that it's not specific. It may be something that I'm supposed to talk to a bunch of people about. So I'm told to talk about something all at once. So that's the cool thing, is that people always will take away something and learn something from it. Please don't hit my van. Please don't hit my van. Please don't hit my van. Oh, he's close to my van. Holy crikey balls, he's close to my van. Don't hit my van. Pay attention to the other side of the van. Holy cow. It's my son, he's backing out. No crunching. Okay. Alrighty then. That scared me. Let's check the chat. Miss Von G, can you do me? Yes. Yes, I can. Let's see. Miss Von G. Whew. Wherever you go, you leave a blaze, a trail. You are not easy to forget. Your energy is it's a mixture. One, it's very outgoing. Two, it is very introverted. And I get that, I understand that. It also shows that there is a bit of loneliness around you as well. It shows that there's like family stripped, or that you would be within a family of lessons, meaning you would have people around you who you may not necessarily get along with, but they're family. And who doesn't? Who doesn't have family they don't get along with? But for you, there is at the same time a bit of loneliness there. And there's an issue. Okay, so you get along really easily with men. It's just simpler for you. There's a discord where women are concerned. It's part of your biggest lessons in this life is to get along. Oh, you know what is so funny too? It just showed me this. I don't even know what movie it was. It's a long time ago. A dude dies, goes to heaven. One of his lessons is to come back because he was a womanizer. If somebody knows which movie I'm talking about, let me know. He dies, he has to come back as a woman. He was a womanizer. He like treated women horribly. And the one thing he has to do to go to heaven is to earn the love of a woman, to have a female ghost of girlfriends past. Thank you. And then he comes down as a woman and ends up having a baby, and it's a little girl. And this little girl, as it's born, is like unconditional mommy love, and then she dies. Like she finally earned the love of this little woman, this little female, and then boom, she dies right there. Is that it? That is such a great movie, and that's what came through for you, Miss Von G, is one of your hardest lessons in this life is going to be earning and really finding the real female relationships around you that you trust. And not so much that they like you or love you, it's the ones that you are able to unconditionally give yourself to without holding back. And there's a bit of stubbornness around you as well. So there is lessons to be had in the relationships that you have. And choosing the right people. Don't have a bunch of jerk-off, ignorant, toxic people around you. Find positive people. Find uplifted people. Find people who want to grow and become more intelligent, who want to become more accepting, who want to become just better human beings. Don't surround yourself with jerks. Just remove the toxicity and use your God-given talents of charisma and speaking and attracting others to you. Use those things to be able to improve others as well and be the positive beacon in others' lives. It's important for you to do that. It's part of your purpose. So yes. All right. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. That's it. It was a great movie. It's an old movie. All right. Let me look here. I got an itch. What time is it? Is it lunchtime yet? It's almost lunchtime. I love food. Oh, okay. Ann Wilkie. It's not that your buyer wants to back out. Your buyer just looks very indecisive, and when she's unsure, she's all like anxiety attacks. So I would, I don't know what you're gonna do. Because it's not like you can go and say, okay, just breathe. This is just normal. It's like not like you can do that. But it's not just your situation. When it's like she can't decide for herself. She has trouble making up her mind. She gets overwhelmed with a lot of things, and this looks like maybe a first time buy or something along that line. And I'm wondering if she has trouble opening up a can. So, using a can opener, but it's not you. Continue moving forward with the process. Do not think negatively about it. Just think, I'm packing and I'm moving, and I'm moving and I'm packing. And keep going with that thought. And don't allow this buyer to sit down. Just make sure that the realtor and the bank are all moving the process ahead. Like she's not going to hit an obstacle, that kind of a thing. Because seriously, yeah. She just looks like she's afraid of new things. Yeah. Trying to think of what you can do to help this girl out. Give her something free. Have the realtor or send her a box of cookies or give her a bottle of wine and something and just say, yay on your new home. Give her something free. And then leave something free on the counter too when you move. That'll help kind of calm her down and let her know that she's doing the right thing. Give her something free. give it to the realtor and tell the realtor to like give her a cake or a bottle of wine or something and just help ease her mind that this is the way that she should be going. Because it's her own nerves are what are, you're feeling her nerves. Ugh. Yikes. Okay. That's just, yeah. Okay. Caitlin Maurer. I never, you know what, Caitlin, I know I've done this every time I go Maurer. I can't say your name, I like sound like Scooby-Doo. And I almost dropped my phone. Do you see anything about what's going on with my lawyer? You know, it's really sad today when you pay someone to do this and people are just so nonchalant about what they do. Almost like, I'll get to it. It's good enough. That is such an annoyance today that people don't take pride in what they're doing. And it's not everyone. It just seems like a lot of people are that way. And that's what it feels like with your lawyer. It feels almost as if your lawyer has hit a writer's block of sorts, has hit a point where they're going, okay, now I've taken this case this far and I've hit a wall. Now, which direction do I go with it? And it's not your job to do your lawyer's job. So I would just say, okay, you know, I would find out what the holdup is. I would find out what the problem is, or what your lawyer is facing, or what the dilemma is that they think or perceive that they're facing, and find out what that is. And that might be why either you're not getting communication like you want, or callbacks when you want them, because he's at a block. There's a blockage as to how to help you with your case. It also feels like there's someone else involved with this. It's not just you that I'm talking about. There would be a man involved with this as well on your side of everything. So it's like you and someone else with your lawyer. Like he's uncertain. So I would just say, what is the problem? What's the holdup? What are you afraid of? Have you hit a lawyer's block? You know, that kind of a thing. And just kind of throw it out there and see if maybe you can get some communication from him, being that he's getting paid. So, yeah. Why won't this go up? I can't see my chat. Got your husband's death certificate and called him because there was something wrong and he hasn't called me. Okay, so this other individual, this is about your husband. Okay, it's death certificate called. Something wrong on it. Interesting. That might be part of it. I would find out what's going on and what his dilemma is with the whole situation. And maybe it's because he's fearful that he's not going to win things the way that you want them to be won because of a discrepancy. And he's maybe trying to find a way, which way do I turn to make it through this maze of legality? And that's what I would ask him, like, what's your blockage? What's your holdup with this? So I would find out from him what he's thinking. Now your husband is like, girl, don't worry about it. Like your husband is on your side, but at the same time, he's like, forget it. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Let's go get popcorn. Let's go to a movie. Like he's trying to pull you away. Let's go for a ride. I don't know if he had a pickup truck or something. It's like, let's get in the truck. Let's just go for a ride. So it's almost like your husband is just saying, stop stressing out. Do I have more change? It's all in there. How much do you need?
I need like a 10 and a 5.
You can check in the front pocket of my purse. No, I don't. Hold on. Anybody have any change? Hold on a second. Oh, yay. Yeah. Well, Caitlin, maybe then you need to go pick yourself out a really cool pickup truck. Let's go for a ride in the pickup truck. Let's, movies, popcorn. He wants to go get dirty. He wants to just go get dirty. What are people doing? Okay. He wants you to live. He wants you to just live, honey, please. Thanks. Okay. Amanda Shady. Amanda, I'm gonna do like a couple of these for you guys. So I'm gonna probably do Amanda, and then I'm gonna go help my husband because he's got some women who are like, "Why is she not helping him? We're waiting." So I'm gonna go over and help him in a minute. But you guys can all count on more of these in the next couple of days because I think my next one isn't planned until, I don't even know, the end of August. I can guarantee you there will be some impromptu mobile readings because that was the purpose. But Amanda Shady, the one thing that I see for you is the sun on you is so bright. You're standing on your beach and it's like you're doing one of these, like you can't even open your eyes, you're looking at it, and it's warm. It's like really, really warm, unexpected. It's also not only a feeling of healing, but a feeling of moving through some skepticism, or I don't know if that's the right word, something that you're not able to really trust or believe in. It's moving through this, and I almost feel like Spirit is trying to sear this into you or make you know that these are not coincidences that you're experiencing. These are actual events and actual things to help you move through and go. When you ask a question and all of a sudden you either hear the song to it or you experience it, you're like, he wants you to know, no, these are real things with you. These are experiences with you. And so, I love when this kind of stuff happens because they're like little tiny miracles all of the time. And when that happens, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for those things. But for you, Amanda, right now, as I'm trying to focus on everything else in your world, everything is like, it's like this. Like I want to shade my eyes next to feel the light and the sun on my face. Trying to get you to see that, I guess, to answer one of your questions, why weren't you there when this happened? He wants me to tell you that he was. So maybe that answers one of the questions you had that is holding you back from him. But I'm gonna have to get a little stand next time that holds this thing still, because I can't even move my finger. Like I keep like this. Woo, you got it. Are you getting sick yet? There we go. Okay. Definitely. Okay. So yeah, I am gonna jump on and do this several other times. I'm gonna go tend to the garage sale real quickly because people are, my husband's waving me down. So thank you all for subscribing. I can promise you I'll get into different places and we'll just have fun and I will just read you. So expect more to come. And thank you so much for getting us to 1,100. This awesome group of people, and I will just keep providing you guys with what God intends you to get, and I will be using this gift exactly how he intends to just give it to you. So take care, guys, and God bless, and thank you for joining me today, and I promise, just keep watching. I'll get back on again. Take care.